Hey friends, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you spending your time with me. Today's video is very different from what I usually do. If you're new here, I usually make videos about mental health, mindful living, and motherhood. But today we're going to be talking about autism. If you aren't new here, you've heard me mention my brother Michael. He is 20 years old and he has been living with me for a year and 7 months now. I'm his full-time caregiver and he has autism and he also has some other medical issues, but we're going to be just talking about autism today. And it's because April is Autism Awareness Month, and I thought it would be ridiculous to not use my platform to share a little bit about autism, to share a little bit about Michael's journey in hopes that it could help any of you if you have a family member or a friend who has autism spectrum disorder. I also want to just do a little caveat here. Everything that I'm sharing right now today in this video, I have already passed it by Michael and he said he's totally fine with me sharing it. I would never share anything that Michael was not comfortable with me sharing, and he knows that we're sharing this information to help somebody else who has autism. All right, so basically, without going into too much detail, I just wanted to share that Michael has autism spectrum disorder, like I just said, and the spectrum is really huge. Some people have autism spectrum disorder and you actually can't even notice, like you can't tell really, and some people have it very severely. I would say Michael is more on the severe end. He has difficulty communicating and he has difficulty focusing, being aware of his personal space, and just a couple other things that are very common for people with more severe ASD, that's autism spectrum disorder. And the reason why I wanted to share all of this is because for some people who have more severe ASD, it's very challenging for them to get a job, for them to get opportunities. And when Michael moved in with me, the first thing I asked him was, what do you really want to do with your life right now? And he said that he wants to get a job. He wants to make his own money. And I totally understand that because when I was his age, I still want that. I totally relate. You know, the independence and the freedom that comes from earning your own money is amazing. So it has been a year and 7 months of a journey. We had to spend the first year really just working on his other medical conditions, but the last 7 months has been amazing because he started behavioral therapy, and that's really been helping him learn life skills and learn social skills. He now knows, like today, he walked to Target all on his own. He understands like crosswalks and walking and personal space, and he knows how to go write his own list and buy his own products. He's now way more aware of if things are running out and a lot of things like that that are just 7 months ago were really hard for him. And so that's been amazing. And he now just started a job and he has a job coach and job training. And he also had mobility training. So people from the government who work with people with developmental disabilities taught him how to ride the public bus. And he also has access to a very amazing discount to ride the bus because of his developmental disability. Now, all of these things took a lot of time and effort. Like I joke that taking care of Michael feels like a part-time job sometimes because I spend a lot of time doing paperwork, getting on the phone, making appointments for him. But the reason why I'm sharing all of this is just because a year and 7 months ago when Michael came to live with me and he had a slew of medical problems and other issues, I had no idea where to start. And to the person out there that is taking care of someone with autism spectrum disorder and you just feel overwhelmed and you really want to help this person, but you have no idea where to start, I just want you to know that the solutions, the resources are out there, but you just aren't aware of them because it was never on your radar before. And I know that the resources that Michael has access to, and I want to be clear, these are all government resources, so we do not pay for them. And ever since I started taking care of Michael, I have become the most grateful taxpayer. And as an American, I know some of you probably just got really pissed off right now and unsubscribed. But guess what? I just realized that regardless of our system and how broken it is and what problems there are in it, because I used to hate paying taxes, if it wasn't for this system and all these government programs, the Regional Center of Orange County, the Department of Rehabilitation, Orange County Transport Authority that has all these buses, this amazing bus system, you know, all of these places, these government programs that are run by taxpayer dollars are the reason why Michael has a future full of possibility. When I told Michael that he was going to start his first day of work a few weeks ago, he lit up. He had a huge smile on his face, and that is saying something. I mean, Michael's not even here right now filming this video with me because he doesn't really like to talk. He doesn't really like to be in front of the camera. I'll insert a picture of him so you know that I'm actually talking about a real person. But that's why I don't have that many pictures of him. And I respect that. If he doesn't want a photo, he doesn't want to be in front of the camera, I'm not going to force him. Like, that is not okay. Like, he prefers, you know, I hope you guys understand. That's why he's not in this video. But regardless, it's Autism Awareness Month. And I think that it's important to point out the fact that, you know, Michael went from wanting a job and we had no idea where to start to now he rides the bus on his own. He knows how to do his own shopping. He knows how to write his own lists. He's learned so many life skills in such a short period of time. And thank God for the government programs. No, I'm not sponsored by anyone, but you know, I don't exactly have all the money in the world. And it just breaks my heart that some people live in certain areas that they need money to get help for these people with developmental disabilities. And it was hard for me to decide to make this video because I thought, well, some people don't live where I live and they don't have access to these resources. But you know what? I still want you to know that it's possible and that there probably are resources, you're just not aware of them. Because guess what? The resources that Michael has access to now that have provided him with this job, and honestly, he comes home from work, I'm like, how did it go? And he's like, great. Michael never says great. He says fine. He's been saying great. He's been feeling so excited to earn his own money. Like, he got his first paycheck. You should have seen his eyebrows raise and his smile on his face when he saw his paycheck. Like, he did that. He made that money on his own. And I just think that we should be doing our best as a society to empower and encourage and equip these people with developmental disabilities to live as independently as possible. I think that's the best thing that we can do for them. And so that's just why I wanted to share it, because taking care of Michael is actually a huge part of my life. It's not one that I talk about a lot on my channel or on social media in general because it's not my business to share. But I talked with Michael about this and he said he was totally fine sharing that he has a job in hopes that other people will actually start looking. Because I think that the problem isn't that the resources don't exist, is that we just feel like we make decisions in life based off what we already know. And if what you already know or think is incorrect, which is usually, I don't even think there's anything out there. I don't think there's any help. I don't think there's any resources, which was my attitude. And I've had to go on a journey over the last year and 7 months to find him resources for his medical problems, for his behavioral issues, for all of these things, for all of his challenges. And guess what? He is thriving. And so I'm sharing this with you not to brag, but to give you hope and to encourage you to just look, to just do the research. Do not make decisions and judgments based off using the information that you currently have, because the information you currently have is probably limited. If you are faced with the responsibility of taking care of someone with a developmental disability, I just want to encourage you and say you can do it. I know it's hard. If anything, the hardest part is talking with people who don't know anyone with ASD and they just truly don't understand what it's like to take care of someone with autism or with a disability in general or with a medical condition. Michael has a serious medical condition as well. The lack of community can be hard because people don't really understand what it's like. And so if you don't have anyone in your life that gets it, I'm here for you, friend. Like, I know what it's like to take care of someone with a severe medical condition and with autism spectrum disorder. And I understand, and I know it's hard, but I want you to know that you can do it. You can find the resources. And with that being said, everyone who's watching this video, please comment below the region you live in. And if you know of any resources or services, private or government run, that could be of help to someone who's taking care of someone with autism spectrum disorder. I really think that the internet can be an extremely helpful, positive place. That's what my channel is for. So if we could all just share that information in the comments. And if you don't know of anything, do me a favor and share this video. Please share it, because you never know who you're going to be encouraging or letting them know they're not alone or giving people an idea to go research. Because at the end of the day, I really think we need to be helping our family and friends who have autism spectrum disorder to live independent, fulfilling lives and giving them the tools that they need to really thrive. Because they don't need to be staying at home, staying away from society. They have dreams and hopes too. A lot of times I think we just don't ask them. And when I asked Michael, his dream was to get a job, and now he's done that. And I totally see a change in him. He is independent. He feels like an adult, and it is amazing. So that's all I wanted to share. I know that's totally not usually what I share on my channel, but again, I just really want to help any of you who take care of someone with autism. I want to say solidarity with you. I know how hard it is, But now that we're on the other side of all of this stuff, I just want to say that it's totally worth it. And I feel so much better knowing that my brother has what he's always wanted. So with that, I just want to encourage all of you and say, I see you. I know it's hard, but you can do it. And I hope that we can just help each other. So I'm going to be, I live in Orange County, so a lot of the resources are tied to Orange County. I will leave links to that information in the description box. But again, if you live in a different area, I hope that we can all just help each other out and start doing research and Googling. And if there's nothing in your area, maybe it's time to start something. Maybe it's time to figure out how you can privately fund services with behavioral therapists or job coaching or whatever it is. I really think that every one of us has a lot of power inside us to make a huge positive change. And I hope this video encourages you to just start that journey for your loved one that has ASD. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful for you. And if you liked what you saw here, please be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, because I do make videos every single week about mental health, mindful living, and motherhood, and a bunch of other topics. Basically, I like to keep it real on here and to help people as best I can with my personal experiences. So thank you so much. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video, okay? Bye.